Welcome to a Fawlty Towers exclusive. 30 years after the doors finally shut on the world-famous Torquay Hotel, we're checking in once more to reveal the 10 best bits as chosen by the show's star and creator, John Cleese, now sunning himself in Southern California.
If someone stood me against the wall and said they were going to shoot me if I didn't say what was my absolutely favourite, well, I would actually say,
not yet.
You're a naughty boy!
Along the way, as John picks Basil's best bits, we'll be revisiting the shows episode by episode to find out why Fawlty Towers has stood the test of time.
Fawlty Towers survives because it's brilliantly made, brilliantly written, immaculately performed, precision comedy.
If this was back in the States, I wouldn't board my dog here.
Fussy, is he? Poodle?
It was beautifully written and beautifully directed, and John, Connie and Andrew are wonderful people to work with.
You're only single once.
Twice can be arranged.
We'll also be talking to cast and crew about their favourite moments.
If you asked anybody, and it certainly is one of mine, is the Germans.
I don't think you can beat that moment. Would you care for a rat?
Would you care for a rat?
Not rat. Filigree Siberian hamster.
Well, of course it's a rat. You have rats in Spain, don't you? Or did Franco have them all shot?
My favourite line of all, I'm a doctor and I want my sausages. I don't know why I think it's so funny.
Look, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor and I want my sausages.
I tell you, he's finished.
it's extraordinary that people still say it. I mean, everybody loves sausages. Maybe it's that simple.
And a cavalcade of very special celebrity fans celebrates the bits they love the best.
Go away.
I do like the Lord Melbury one because it exposes Basil for what he is.
I think it is him waking up in hospital and looking at the nurse and going,
My God, you're ugly, aren't you?
Don't mention the war.
Serving a trifle for a duck.
he just puts his hands in and just separates this whole cake out.
Favourite moment has to be giving the car a damn good thrashing.
So, without further ado, let's begin at the very beginning. Written by and starring husband and wife John Cleese and Connie Booth. The first ever episode of Fawlty Towers arrived on our screens in 1975 and opened with Basil battling an unhung picture and a hotel full of riffraff.
Have you seen the people in room 6? They've never even sat on chairs before. They're the commonest.
The day isn't going well for our hapless hotel manager, but then a certain Lord Melbury checks in.
Yes,
Single room.
Your name, please. Could I have your name?
Melbury.
1 second, please. Hello? Yes, Mr. O'Reilly. Well, it's perfectly simple. When I asked you to build me a wall, I was rather hoping that instead of just dumping the bricks in a pile, you might have found time to cement them together, you know.
Fawlty is talking to the builder, and then he notices that the guest who's signing in has only signed his surname.
Would you put both your names, please? Well, will you give me a date?
No, I only use one.
You don't have a first name.
No, I am Lord Melbury, so I simply sign Melbury.
Go away. I'm so sorry to kept you waiting, Your Lordship. I do apologise. Please do accept my forgiveness. Now, is there anything that I can do for you? Anything?
That's excruciatingly well done. I mean, you know, Basil trying to be nice to people, being impressed by people.
Yes, well, I have filled this in.
Oh, please don't bother with that. Now, a room, a special room, a single, a double, a suite?
It was almost too embarrassing to watch, Basil's snobbery.
He always is falling over people who have a sir or a lord or in front of their names. It's very funny how much that means to him.
Just a single?
Just a single, absolutely. How very wise, if I may say so, Your Honour.
Yeah, with a bath?
Oh, naturally. Naturellement.
It's this bizarre snobbery that is so perverted, and it's very British, and he's so dazzling.
I shall be staying for 1 or 2 nights. Please. Manuel!
That's one of my favourite episodes. It just says, this is this bloke you're going to be seeing quite a lot of, and this is what he's like, and it was just caught in a second.
Our next moment from the first episode is when Polly the maid reveals that Basil's lord and master isn't all he's cracked up to be.
He showed me identification. They're watching Melbury. He's a confidence trickster.
I see. What do you mean, you see?
Let's have a look at these valuables.
What are you doing, Sybil? Sybil, I forbid you to open that safe. Sybil, I forbid you to take that case out. Sybil, do not open that case. I forbid it. I have forbidden you.
I think one of my favourite bits is the moment that Basil discovers the bricks in Lord Melbury's briefcase. John just looks at the bricks, and then he picks one up, and that gets a laugh. Takes the other one, I think, and he smells it or something, which is such a strange thing to do. And then he bangs them together.
And then in the end, he just makes a noise. Like, take it away. That's beautiful, and that takes it out of a standard sitcom area.
It's a cruel moment, and it's so funny, and yet it's so poignant. You feel so sorry for John. It's a wonderful moment.
Cue the first recorded explosion of Basil's simmering rage as our anti-hero confronts the pretend peer.
Well, how are you, Lord Melbury? How are you, then? All right, mate? How's me old bucker?
People get really, really angry when they're cross with themselves, and it's one of those simple truths that Basil, of course, exhibits all the time. And when he realises that Lord Melbury is not what he seemed to be, he gets very, very cross because he has been humiliated. Basil, has been humiliated.
Any valuables to deposit, Sir Richard? Any bricks? I do apologise. You bastard!
I remember watching this with my parents. He just shouts, "Bastard!" really loudly. Twice, I think.
Hello, Lord Melbury! Bastard!
It was one of those, how will my parents react moments.
Do please excuse me 1 moment.
I suppose the bit where he's kicking Lord Melbury. that's a typical John moment, I think, when John is showing through Basil Fawlty.
Just one. Sorry, Mr. Fawlty. Just one.
This is another feature of the Fawlty Towers episodes. There comes a moment when Basil just cracks. That's why I get so cross. He's cracking up. That's what happens when people just lose control.
Coming up, more great moments from Series 1, and we find out what moment John Cleese has selected as the first of Basil's best bits.